as I said, we're going to be putting together 10 SIPs, Self Irrigated Planters, correct?
Yes, correct.
Hey, welcome back to Shelly's Homestead Hideaway. It's windy out here. I wanted to make sure my phone wasn't going to fall off, but I wanted to capture my guest today. She just went out to the car to get the perlite because we are going to be putting together some SIPs, some self-irrigated planters. Excuse me. Oh, so rude. But Miss Jacqueline, host of 4 Seasons YouTube channel, is here with me. I thought she was getting ready to come through the door. So let me go check on her and I'll be right back. Okay. You need help? I got video on. She bringing the good stuff. That is a huge bag of perlite. Yes! Welcome to Shelly's Homestead Hideaway, Jacqueline. And she brought me some container. Oh, she brought more than I asked for. Did I ask for all of these?
Oh, no, I brought you.
Hey, as I said, we're going to be putting together 10 SIPs, self-irrigated planters,
Yes,
correct?
correct.
Be right back. And I'm back. Sometimes you just gotta go and get the big gun.
You sure did.
Cause this bucket is deep.
I'm gonna get her some more room so she can work that bucket. That's a nifty little tool. That tool gets all the way down to the bottom.
This is one of my favorite tools in the garden. So I say it's one of my favorites because whenever I'm amending my beds, this makes it very easy to get down deep, flip and turn.
Yeah.
And just like that, we're done.
Go. Shelly got hose everywhere. I like her yard. She got hose over there. She's got hose over here. She
Is it
got
on?
this. Sure is. This is Gardner's Hideaway Haven.
Homestead Hideaway. They are struggling with that name. Oh, I hadn't packed these down yet.
Still have time.
So it did not have kohlrabi.
So what's closely related to it? What in size do you see on there? So how does it grow? Let's talk about that.
It's I guess a root above the soil.
Okay. How big does it get? How about how many inches? Will your
I
root
don't
get?
know.
6, 8 inches?
The root, I think potentially it could.
So I would start out with doing 6 and see how that grows, and then if next year if you're like, okay, I could probably put 8.
Okay.
But I think 6 will be good.
Okay.
6 is a good number. So you're gonna want to put your furrow down the middle. So we're gonna need to put.
Cause you was not playing when you put all this in here.
Okay. Some more water on that side. You got you.
Now, truth be told, this wheelbarrow, this wagon is amazing. But don't tell the help that I told y'all that he didn't want me to get this. But after we got it,
The help uses it more than you do, maybe sometimes.
you just said it. You just said it. He used this wagon like it was his idea. Oh, hey, help. How you doing down there?
Fine, just doing what I'm supposed to do, man. Keep my head down and stay busy.
That's right. I'll pay you later on.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a good pastor's heart. He knows how to be humble.
Oh, that's funny.
So while we talking about pay, since he threw that out there, let me just tell y'all, Jackie's a good friend of mine and all, and I love her, and I'm sure she would do this for free. But I'm gonna take care of her
Yes, she
because we are going to get some oxtails from the Caribbean truck
We got date
once
night
we
tonight.
get this done. I'm gonna take care of her.
Yeah.
She's gonna be driving back down the road.
Look at my fingers. With oxtail, not the soil.
Thank God for that. We don't want you to eat the soil.
But I'm going to eat everything that's coming out of the soil, though. The soil is beautiful. So you guys saw how dry that
Oh,
comes
it's still
out
some in here.
and how it grows.
I don't want to cheat the container, so I'm gonna make sure I split the soil up evenly.
Right, I
Jacqueline
think
made a double portion.
a double portion. All right. Let's stir that all in there.
And we ready for the next batch.
We work on our glutes right now. I just want you guys to know that. I'm telling you, my belly gonna hurt. Feel it tonight. But this is why I love it.
Yes.
It is a workout with reward.
See what we doing here?
Uh-huh. Okay. Using that as a mixing bowl, okay?
Yes. So that's the peat moss that was wet.
Eat more,
And
yeah.
then we're mixing in the perlite
Perlite.
and the vermiculite.
This is your first year using perlite, right? Or you
No.
bought the smaller bags of it from like
Oh,
Lowe's?
yeah, no, I bought smaller bags.
Okay.
But Jacqueline bought this up because she was able to get this big bag for, what did you say, $42?
$42, yeah.
Okay.
Versus paying $8, $9 for them small bags.
But that's not, you're not something you would use, that's going, you're gonna use up all this season. That seems like a lot, no?
I don't know if we'll use it all this season,
Okay.
but we will amend the other
All the other big
containers. Yeah.
Yep, all the
Wow,
containers.
okay.
6.
All right.
One more.
You want oxtail tonight too, or you want
Do oxtail.
shrimp?
He said that.
He had shrimp the last time.
Ooh.
I do oxtail.
Okay.
We got those back.
And I know you guys watch our lives. So Rashida gets after me because notice I'm a very much of, I won't call it a perfectionist gardener, but I like my mix to be consistent is what I call it. Consistency in my garden. So I don't have to do 1 cup containers or 2 quarts. I just use whatever's in my garden. I have a number, I have a recipe. I don't care what size container, it's gonna do what I need it to do. But I will follow the recipe every single time because I'm like McDonald's. I don't know about you, but you go to McDonald's, you know what I mean? You go to McDonald's, that French fries right every single time, right?
Yeah, most of the time.
Most of the time, except when they don't forget to get them hot.
Right. The staff don't be messing them up.
Yeah, but it's like a French fry container. I want it every time my mix to be correct. So then I know if something goes wrong with my plants, I know it's not my mix. It's something that's either external or the plant's just struggling. So how can I help the plant with that struggle if I'm using the same mix every time?
That sounds like a good word.
Miss Shelly getting down in
Yes.
that bucket.
Got
She
to.
is down in that bucket.
She was trying to set me up, y'all, with that double portion of the mixture. The first portion, that was easy to get in there and just, mix it up.
But I got her to get her special tool. Now, I know some of you guys are like, Shelly, you need to find the link for that tool and post it in the bottom.
I mean, come on, it's just what is this
I
called?
don't know, but we're going to figure out what it's called because I like that tool.
Is it
Some kind of shovel.
is it a hole digger? We'll find out. But I
that's
mean, I've had
probably-
this
okay.
for forever.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, if you buy good tools
Yes.
and you take care of them,
Yep.
they will last you.
Yep.
Again, as Jacqueline said about the containers, it's an investment.
It's an investment. But she won't have to buy them again. Ever. Again.
Well, I think I might have to do a rundown on what I just spent this gardening season.
Yeah.
That's gonna be scary. I don't even want to know the truth.
But that's okay because if you spread it out over 10, 12 years, right? I mean, like I said, I bought mine 10 years ago. It's doubled in price, right?
Mhm.
So just in knowing that the price doubled, I've saved so much right there. And like I was saying, I'm doing lettuce. I like 4 lettuces. I like the Paris Island. I like a Merlot. I like a outrageous. I'm a lot of red, as you notice, red lettuce. Outrageous.
Is
Merlot.
now a good time to plant seeds?
Absolutely.
For lettuce?
Great time. So if you want to take one of these containers and just put the seeds directly into the container,
We can do that?
you can do that. And it'll be wonderful. They will love this soil.
I think we're going to do that.
I think we are. So I like In My Gardener. There's other, Baker Creek's a great one. We started one from a black farmer. What was that one? Urban Farmers.
Uh-huh.
Their seeds were great. So
We'll see what I got
so
in
we're
there.
but you buy 4 packs of lettuce, $2 a piece, $3 a piece. How much do we spend for lettuce in the grocery store?
Too much.
I've had
Too
those
much because we
packs.
throw half of it away.
Yeah, so I bought $8, even if it's a $10 investment. Growing it hydroponically, I've been growing lettuce in my house all year for $10.
That's awesome.
$10. When you put that price on it, you can't even really talk about it. All right, she's about to dump out her new mix here. So we've done 3 containers from 1 bucket of her little wagon here. We're working on, so we might be able to get that done with just 1 bag of peat moss.
It looks like
Looks like it, yeah.
My husband will be happy. Like he don't be wanting stuff sitting around.
Those peat moss, what was it, 15 bucks?
Those were 24
That's
or
what they doubled. Yeah, they doubled.
$26.
Like I said, everything's doubled. So I've had mine for a while. So $24, $42 in perlite. Then she had another $50 or $60 in vermiculite.
Yes.
All right. So it sounds a lot, but like we said, once you
So you don't have to replace the soil
No.
every year.
No.
You just have to
Just
re-fertilize.
add a little bit. You might it'll pack down just like everything else. I have a tool. Her tool works great, but it's got 4 forks on it, and I just take it and I shift it around, fluff it back up, add more mix on top of it, add my dolomite. You do have to add dolomite every year, and you will have to add your fertilizer every year. But that's all I do. Simple. She's packing it down in the corners.
These old bones gonna feel this tonight.
The reason we're only filling up halfway, we're going to go in and now we're going to put some dolomite in it. And that's, we call it the soil sweetener. So that helps raise the pH of the soil for our veggies.
So when you say raise the pH, what exactly do you mean?
So some plants, most of our veggies, tomatoes, peppers, lettuce, all those veggies like a 6.5 to 7.0 pH.
All right.
So, and that's, I can't remember if it's alkaline or acidic. It's one or the other. But I want to say it's acidic, right? Alkaline is lower, right? I'll have to go look it up.
No,
Put it in
alkaline is higher,
Higher.
acidic is lower.
Okay, so there you go. So alkaline is higher, so it likes it higher or that neutral. And then of course our blueberries like it acidic. So they like that 6, 5 to 6. So, but our veggies like it a little bit higher. So.
Did you pack this one down?
I have not packed the corners. I left that to be your job.
Okay. Because, I mean, you're a perfectionist. I'm a tad bit of a perfectionist. So, we are going to be just fine together. So we have 1, 2, 3 more that we're going to fill up today.
Fine. You can put 2 cups in each container.
2 cups in each
2 cups
container?
in each container.
Oh, then okay.
Yeah.
I actually bought a set of measuring cups just for garden stuff. But I can't remember where they are.
And the best place to buy them is at the dollar store.
Okay, so what we doing?
2 cups in each container.
It doesn't need to be in a furrow.
Nope, doesn't have to be in a furrow. This is, we want to sweeten the whole pot. You're going to put it in there, sprinkle it in there, work it into the soil.
All right, be right back with my special tool.
Come back with your special tool and I will start mixing up this batch. Shouldn't be this difficult.
Now, in the words of my friend Rashida from Rashida Monique, I'm a woman of a particular age. I ain't got time to be leaning down into these buckets, and that sun look like it is blinding y'all. So I have this little handy dandy tool right here. Y'all see that? It's got a nice long handle on it. And I'm gonna mix that lime in with this little tool right here and save my back. So we wanna get it all the way to the bottom.
All the way to the
Yeah, see, this is much easier than me sitting down in there. And why is it that we don't just mix it into the soil mixture when we first do it?
Because you want to make sure you measure per container and every container is getting the same amount per container.
Any need to put bone meal or blood meal in any of these?
I have never done that, but it's something that if you wanted to definitely experiment depending on what plants are in there, you certainly can, but it's an expense that I've never had to do with any of my containers.
Okay. Well, this weather has blessed us today.
It has. It's been beautiful. And in the shade right now, it is. And the wind's blowing. Garden's always talking about she's gardening with somebody. Well, me and Shelly got to garden together today.
Yes.
Cece, this is awesome. It's fun gardening with another gardener who's just as passionate as you are.
Yes. Total fun. So once we finish mixing these, then we're going to add more soil on top.
Add more soil on top. We'll level it off. Then we will get our furrow in there and put our 3 cups of organic fertilizer. Shelly and I are both organic growers, so we're going to do organic. If you are a synthetic gardener and you're doing like 10-10-10, then you're only going to put 2 cups of fertilizer, because if you put 3 cups you would definitely burn your plants. So 2 cups if you're doing synthetic, 3 cups if you're doing organic.
Good information.
So when I first started out, I did synthetic, and then I learned that organic's better for you. And they say the yields are less. I haven't found it. I haven't found it. I have same yield if I did organic versus synthetic. right, you ready for me?
I am. I'm going to turn this around so we got all of these uniform.
And yes, you want all your watering in the same direction, so when you're going through a watering, I think I got it going here.
I'm going to move you guys. See if I can do this safely.
Just want to get it to the top.
All the way to the top.
All to the top.
That good? Got a whole pocket over there. Right behind you with the tool. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. She look good. She look right.
It looks good. All right, ready? Yep, I'll carry you. Water and hose in.
We're gonna need more. Okay, that's enough for this one, I think.
What we're gonna do is we do these four front and get the kohlrabi, and we'll show them how to. Alright, so we'll let Miss Shelly go get her kohlrabi. Kohlrabi, gotta say it right. Kohlrabi. See, I said I had the wrong accent because I'm Hispanic. I'm a Latina. I had it in the wrong spot. Oh, let's get this off.
Oh, we need the fertilizer.
Yes. And your fertilizer. I'll grab the fertilizer while you grab the. Oh, you already got the kohlrabi. Look at you.
Oh, I've been hardening these off.
All right. Hardening off. What does that mean?
Explain it to the people.
Explain it to the people. So when we start our seedlings in the house, we can't take these babies and just throw them outside. They've been inside. They have been loved, perfect temperature. Even though she may have had a fan on it, it's not the same like out here. This wind's been blowing consistently out here. So what we do is she comes out the first day and she puts it up against the building so the wind doesn't hit it quite as hard, and she puts it in a shady spot for day number 1, 2 hours. That's how I do it anyway. And we bring it back in the night or whatever. After the 2 hours, we bring it back in. Day 2, we put it outside in a shady spot again up against the building. 4 hours. It's now getting its strength up. It's like, ooh, okay, I'm getting a new environment here. So we bring it back in. Day 3, I do 2 hours in sun, 4 hours in the shade. Bring it back in. Day 4, 4 hours in the sun, 4 hours in the shade. Day 5, I let them out.
So do you have to do 5 days, or can you
can
shorten
do more.
it?
I wouldn't shorten it.
Okay.
Most people do 7. I've done 4 or 5 days, and it's been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But do whatever works for you. Some people work, so remember you have to work around your work schedule. A cloudy day is the best day to start it out on the first day, but if you don't have a cloudy day, make sure it's in the shade. Make sure it's against the building so it doesn't feel like it's battered and beaten. These look amazing.
I did that.
She did that. She did it good. So she's got 7 here. So we could push the envelope.
Is it 7 or 8? I think it's 2 in one of those.
2 in one of them. Okay. So she said they grow about.
Let me look. Let me see if I can find out.
She's gonna go look, and we'll see how big that bulb root bulb grows.
How much space does kohlrabi plants need?
Bodyplants.com.
2 to 3 inches of space to grow. It is recommended to space kohlrabi 9 to 12 inches in an area with plenty of sun and rich, well-drained soil with a pH of 6.5 to 6.8.
All right. So ask it how many kohlrabi can you grow in square foot gardening?
How many kohlrabi can you grow in square foot gardening?
Here's an answer from WilsonGardens.com.
1 per square foot.
That seems too much.
Here's an answer from WilsonGardens.com and HomesteadAngels.com.
Okay, it is possible to grow 1 kohlrabi per square foot. To ensure proper growth, plant 3 to 4 kohlrabi seeds per square foot.
And then this.
1/4 to 1/2 inch. Yeah.
All right. So 4 in a container is all you're gonna be able to put in there.
Wow. That's it?
That's it.
Here's what I found.
Okay.
But if you did it in the ground, you have to be 9 inches apart. So that's even more than a container.
Okay, so we can put 4.
If you want to, you can push 6 and try it. If you're really willing to try it.
Well, how many do I have?
You have 8. So you can you could do 2 containers.
Let's use 2 containers.
2 containers.
And see, because I don't know how long it's going to take them.
Okay.
Let me see. How long does it take kohlrabi to grow?
I found this on the web.
Let me turn you guys this way. Let's see if I can get us stationary. Rather put you down on the ground with us.
All right. Here we are on the ground.
Give you a little support and tilt up, down. Perfect.
Perfect.
So right now, Jacqueline has dug a little furrow in there, and we are going to do what now?
We're going to get 3 cups of the organic fertilizer,
And we are using
tomato tone.
organic tomato tone.
So I use garden tone, tomato tone. Either one of those 2 are going to work great in your container gardens.
They gave me a busted bag. Okay, and we're doing 3 cups.
3 cups. Here's your measuring cup.
Oh, look at that line.
It's okay. Just knock it out right into any one of these pots.
Laughing at how it literally, Jacqueline said, it starts to work once it gets moist, and
Yes.
so
And
it has definitely started to dissolve. So I can just put it in here, or you want me to knock it out first?
No, Put it right in there.
3 cups?
3 cups.
3 cups.
And let me tell you, this stuff is earthy smelling. It smells different than synthetic. You can smell the fertilizer. So all I do is I take it and I spread it out evenly through that furrow.
Baby, you see this?
And this fertilizer is going to feed her kohlrabi the whole time. Then we just cover it over.
Let's put it in the middle. Okay.
Yep, put it in the middle.
Wow.
All right.
These?
And then I
The
should have told
plants.
you, can you grab me a cover first, Miss
Oh, yeah.
Shelly? Because we don't want Miss Shelly having to weed no garden. I mean,
That works for me.
no weeding. Then her helper can have other duties to do.
And that I do.
And if he doesn't have to weed,
One last thing.
one less thing to do in the garden. I would tell everybody I'm the laziest gardener.
You can come right here.
I will do all the shortcuts. I'm gonna take a word out of my son's book. He says work smarter, not harder. And I have been able to have my children help me in the garden because they don't have to weed. All my children ever have to do is water. And they know how to water my garden, but they also know how to eat the food.
You going to get the box cutter or the scissors from me? Thank you.
Look how, voila, no weeding required.
Yes, I love
Isn't
it.
that awesome?
That is totally awesome.
This is why I love these. This probably will only last maybe a year. They don't last very long. So I use plastic mulch. So I use plastic mulch on mine. So I'll use it for its first year. I use plastic mulch. My mom and I did get some of that weed barrier, the gray weed barrier, and we both sew. And I got some of this. So we're gonna sew the elastic in it. So I just throw it on here and take it off. So that's a project for us that my mom and I are gonna
For
work
those or?
for this. So I bought the weed barrier, the gray that's permeable,
Mm-hmm.
but it lasts a lot longer than this.
Okay.
And I got elastic,
Mm-hmm.
outdoor elastic, and we're just gonna cut the shape and then drop it on here, and then we can use it from year to year.
Oh.
Since this only will last only
So
1 year.
maybe I can come down and help
yes,
with that.
you can come down and help our
Yes,
sewing project.
Yes. You don't know that, but I do so too.
I know you. I know there's nothing this lady doesn't do. There is nothing this lady. I have learned, Shelly.
That is awesome.
So where's her scissors?
So the help.
Oh, I got sidetracked. All right.
See, when you try to hire good help,
I tell you, it's hard to find good help. So we're doing 4 in each, right?
Yes,
so
we're
while we're waiting on him.
three cups. So I'm gonna let you do that one.
Okay. So do a little furrow.
Yep.
Let me do it this way.
And we're only gonna do it in the pots that she's gonna actually plant right now, right? We don't
Okay.
want our fertilizer to sit here and get rained on and used up. So when you're going to plant is when you put in your fertilizer, but you can put your dolomite in as soon as you set up your pots.
Okay.
Because we want that pH to start getting to the number it needs to be, start working its way through that soil. So we put in our lime in right away when we set up our pots, and then we let it sit covered. We always cover them, even if you don't put anything, you want to cover up all your pots because we don't want weed seeds growing in here. Because this is good soil.
Ooh. And when? I ain't trying to smother a Jacqueline with
there
that
you are,
smoke.
good, yeah. But you can smell it.
Yes, you can.
Yes, this is, you can tell it's organic.
Awesome. Okay, so that's 3 cups.
3 cups.
And
You're gonna
just-
yep, cover it over. Make sure we keep it all in the middle.
And so then we avoid planting in the middle.
We do not plant in the middle, exactly. We do not want to plant in the middle at all.
All right, Boxy. There you go, little baby.
Little baby, I love it.
Scissors and utilities and everything?
Yes, because I don't know how sharp they are.
Yeah. So we're gonna cut a little hole here in the corner just so that we can put our hole through and play around with it. And we want it as tight as possible. We don't want any seeds, any weeds, nothing get in there. So we keep it as tight as possible there in the corner.
Okay.
And then we're gonna put one here, one here, one here, and one here.
So the vegetable plants are gonna grow up and push up against this screen?
Well, we're gonna
We're
Wait.
gonna plant them in
Right
where
now.
where she's cutting.
Yep.
In the hole?
In the hole.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So for these, because I've already hardened them
Yeah.
off, we're gonna go ahead and plant them in 2 of these. And so we put the fertilizer in the middle, and we plant on the opposite side of where we fertilize. So we're gonna cover all of these up, but we're not gonna put the fertilizer in until we get ready to plant in them.
Thin it out this area a little more for you. Get lower to the ground.
Yeah, I mean, we just wanted to get them set up. I know we may have to move them, but we just wanted to get them situated.
Okay.
And so now you can maybe see what I was talking about visual. So like if we have this aisle, like these might be shifted over some, we have an aisle that we can walk through here. If we turn those beds vertically and we have the arch, the cattle panel trellis going this way, you can walk through that and then walk over to the greenhouse.
So the cow, what do you call those?
Cattle panel.
So you're not,
Trellis.
those are not for the purpose of vines growing up
Yes.
them? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So, but we can use the 2 raised beds, and you have the trellis going between the 2, and then you have stuff that you plant closer to it that the vines can grow up. And then we'll also have these that I'll figure out where we need to use them. You know, whether they're
Oh, these
the
trellis.
white trellises. Yeah.
You want this much of a width? Walk through?
I think so, but we may have to play with it.
How many you have beds you have of these?
So I have a total of 10. With one of the watering things is missing, so I'm gonna have to call them.
Yeah.
So we are only putting together 8 of the 10 right now.
Okay, 4 and 4.
Yeah, that's the plan. It
That's
might have to
light.
change.
That slight incline should be okay for those, right?
No, we want to balance it out, so I'm thinking we'll need to
Or you want to use a
Use
small
some-
rock or something?
a paver or something and raise it up.
You should try to put it under each, put on that side, and that would level it out.
Yeah.
A smooth rock or
You
something.
want to get that so we can try it out? Sure you do.
Are we live?
Yes.
Look here, woman. You ain't gonna have me bouncing all over the place. You hear me?
You said you had nothing else to do.
All right, now you cut the camera. No.
Jacqueline is over here working it out.
Pulling weeds and you talking about something? Can you grab the rocks now? Oh my
Pavers, that's right.
Lord.
So what we're doing is we're just cutting it big enough to put our plants in there, and then we just bring the cloth back around it so we reduce the amount of weed seeds and everything from growing here. I left our little markers in here as well
Look up.
so she knows.
Thank you. Oh, so we need another cover. Well, we're gonna need all of them.
Yes, you're gonna need all of them. Exactly, you're gonna need all of them. So this one had 2. So we're doing the little playing around here to see. Trying to figure out where her. Oh, Robbie. So it's in here somewhere. She says it's 2.
That banana leaf plant has gotten taller since we've been out
Out here already? He probably has. All right, I don't know what's going on with this kohlrabi.
Oh, wow. I should have watered them.
We probably need water at this point. Let's get some water. That's a good idea, Miss Shelly. Let's dunk it in some water and play around with the roots here. So, when you're having a hard time taking them apart like I am, all we do is we get a cup, get some water, and dunk them Dunk them, dunk them, dunk them. It's okay that we get rid of all the soil. We're going to be putting it in soil anyway. And they can take a shaking. It ain't going to hurt them. So I'm shaking them pretty good. And this is why Miss Shelly has most of these in separate containers.
Yeah, that one I wasn't sure. Now I think that's why I ended up in two.
We are trying to break this one apart without messing the root system too bad. Alright, I think it's wiggling. Might take us a little bit. Let me dunk it in the water. Right there, I got a lot more of the dirt off. But we are really playing with this one. We're trying to make sure we save it. Let me tell you, this stuff is intertwined.
You might just have to let that one go and see what happens.
I think I'm getting enough of. Roots. I think I'm doing it.
Looks like you're doing it, girl.
I think I might be able to save both of them. I think I saved them.
Do you think we need to add some more soil to this one?
Yeah, let's throw some more of that. And if we have to mix a batch, there's enough to still mix a single batch. So we're gonna throw our kohlrabi here in the corner and pack the dirt around it, since we done took all the dirt off of that one. And like this stuff like this is still good soil. I'll break it up.
Yeah, it's been outside for a couple of days, so
it's fine. I'll take it and I'll break it up and I'll throw it right in there with what's out here. Because
is that
good
now?
soil is not. You gotta take care of good soil. That now looks great. You know what we probably should have done? We should have watered it down just a little bit. Let's water it down just a little bit before we fill the. Sorry, camera.
Oh, the beds?
Yeah, we should have watered just a little bit. Sure. How do I get? Water it from up here. And because the water was already, the soil was already wet, you notice it's not settling down a lot because we made sure that the soil was moist enough. Stay away from the furrow too much.
Oh, okay.
Because we have our, there we go. That is good. Perfect.
Do we want to do this one?
Yep, I'm gonna do this one. Let me knock all the you can leave it on there. Leave it on there and we'll water right through the. I just want to get most of the soil. Get out the camera.
You got to save these cups.
Yes, ma'am. Get most of the soil in there. Put her tag in there. And this will show you how the water will go. See, the water's going right through that cover. So if it rains, that's okay. It's going to go right into that soil. Give these babies some love. And we want to, even though she's not planting anything in it, we will put water in all of them because we don't want the soil to go back. Like you see how it was in the where we had to wet it down. We want to keep it moist because she's going to be planting it here soon. So she's packed down the corners. We keep watering it, the soil will stay moist. And then she'll lift it and kind of look at it, make sure that it didn't get too dry. If it does, she'll just wet it down and then stir it up and then plant her seed, her stuff in there. Yep, go ahead.
And did you tell them about this already?
No, I have
okay,
not.
so this does have a drawstring. So it has a little push button. You just push it and you can snug it up.
Yep.
Good to the pot.
Yep.
So I've done this one.
She's done that
And
one.
so now we're going to plant
Her
four
last-
more
four more
kohlrabi.
kohlrabi. Right there for her.
So we'll do right here.
Uh-huh. Right there.
Need to get some sharper scissors out here.
Dollar Tree, Betty Crocker. It works.
I actually have a whole brand new pack of scissors in the house. Got to figure out where they are. I be hiding them from the family.
Because they're our garden scissors.
Well, I bought like a 4 or a 6 pack,
Uh-huh.
and my plan is to label them for different parts of the house,
Okay.
and hopefully they'll
They'll
stop
stay there?
disappearing. Right?
Tell me how that works for you.
Okay. Clearly, it's something you've tried.
Tell me how that works for you. So I'm going to go ahead and cover the rest of these.
Okay.
Wow, because we're not going to plant anything in them. She'll need to add more soil to them anyway. But for now, till she figures out what she's going to put in all of them.
Well, it's just a matter of pardoning things off because I got lots of stuff in the house ready to come out.
So Shelly's in 7B. I'm in 7A. So even though she's north of me, notice that she lives in a neighborhood, lots more buildings, a lot more sidewalks. So in this area, it's going to warm up a lot faster than where I live, which I'm in a rural suburbs area. So I'm one zone less because it takes a little bit longer for things to warm up. So even though she's north of me, she's in a higher zone because of her environment. So she's going to be able to start stuff 2 weeks before I get to start stuff.
Oh, really?
So she's going to be able to start putting her tomatoes out, her peppers out here in the next 2 weeks. And she's going to be able to start. And if she gets a little frost, she comes out here, she puts a little frost cover on it, and those plants will just keep on kicking.
Did you put the whole thing or you
The whole
took some?
thing.
Okay.
The whole thing. Yeah, because we want to leave it in its own little environment. I've roughed up the ends a little bit if you wanted to. Yep.
I'm trying to have these beds higher up here, so as far as leveling them off, it just you plan to be at this high.
So my thought is that they may not be up much higher than that. Oh, you went and got some for real rock.
Yeah,
you couldn't
look.
give me a whole paver.
Well, no, papers have other assignments. Yeah.
He said they got other assignments.
Other assignments.
Somewhere in the yard. We'll get it figured out. Depends on how.
Shelly knows how I am, so I be on Facebook Marketplace. I be like, people always giving away favors for free. I be like, I'll be at your house in an hour. Can I come get those free favors?
Yes, and she be on the lookout for me too.
Yes. So, video coming up about some hydroponics, and we got a real good deal from Miss Shelly
Oh my
on
goodness.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yes, amazing deal.
She had like $600 worth of hydroponics for
Is
a
that how
steal.
much it was?
Those big ones are $300.
Yeah.
Bounty.
Won't
alone.
he do it?
Yes, he will.
So these kohlrabi were originally seeded on March the 1st, if Jackie didn't tell y'all that already.
I did not.
And
know.
then I don't know when I up potted them, probably middle of March. I think I up potted them. And that's interesting because I didn't put that much water on these. I wonder was the ones that that you got that would seem like they were dry. because I had them protected a little bit up underneath the umbrella.
Okay.
Like maybe those didn't get as wet.
Hey, son. What's going on? You off? Huh? You off from work? Okay.
All right, one more to go, and this will be done. We are knocking it out today. All right, and just like that, those are done. Those are done. I try to gather and collect my tools as I go.
So the last thing Miss Shelly now needs to do is get her hose. She's gonna fill up the hole till she sees the water coming out the sides, and they're watered.
Awesome.
And what you can do is next Saturday come out here, do the same.
So water once a week?
Probably once a week right now. They're just babies. And then every 3 or 4 days after probably about end of this month when it starts getting really hot, start checking to see how often you think you need to water it.
All right,
I
so
know
I'm
in
going
the
to
summer
start
months-
filling, and we're going to look for the water to come out down there.
Yep. And this is why it's important to keep it level. So that's why she's leveling these out. And you're gonna hear it filling up, like when it's almost full.
I see water coming out.
Yep, you're done. That one's done. Do the next one. And that's all she needs to do. To water them.
Yes, easy peasy.
Easy peasy. If she wanted to, she could put a watering system on it. Tell it how long to drip it in there.
And that one is a wrap.
That one's a wrap. So we'll have her go through and add water to the rest of them so that doesn't get dried out. Because she's going to be planting in them pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. So I can go ahead
Okay.
while you're doing
Yep.
them?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All of them have been covered. You can put water on all of them. So I'd be wrong to not say anything about it is water, it is sitting. So you could have mosquito problems. So what you can do is buy, they're called mosquito bits.
Mm-hmm.
And you put one teaspoon or tablespoon. I'll find what it is. 1 teaspoon or tablespoon once a month, and it's organic as well because I told you I'm an organic farmer. So you put it in there once a month, and it will make sure that if any mosquitoes try to get in there and breed, it kills them right away. So some people will put a netting over it as well, so that's something that you could do. But the mosquito bits works. And I buy them like 1 bag a year for the ones that I have, and it works.
Now that water's sitting on top.
It'll eventually go right in.
Okay.
Eventually it'll work. It's like, you gotta think right now, it's a lot lower because it's not filled up to the top either. Get out of the way. So while Shelly's doing that, so it has instructions. Instructions work really well. It tells you how much 2 cups, like we had in there, 2 cups of dolomite. That's what she put in there. When replanting, mix the dolomite into the 3 to 4 inch of the potting mix before planting. So she's done that. You always have to start with granular fertilizer. You want to put liquid fertilizer because you feel like your plants are struggling a little bit. Fish emulsion, whatever your regimen is, that is something that you definitely can do. But you do need to put the granular fertilizer for these to work the best. It tells you how many to plant in there. We talked about the bush beans earlier. 10 bush beans. If you want to do pole beans and put trellises on it, you can get up to 20. Beets, you can put 12. 8 broccolis, 8 cabbages, 20 carrots. So you got to make sure with your carrots, it's your 6-inch carrots, because you know you only have like so much space in here, so it's not your real deep carrots. So your shorter carrots you can definitely grow in here. 5 to 6 cucumbers, 8 celery, 2 to 3 eggplants, tomatoes, 2 to 3 tomatoes. So you put them in opposite corners. And like I said, I grow determinate tomatoes in here. People do grow indeterminate. You just got to know that you're going to be trellising. The first time I did indeterminate, I did it on my deck, and the tomatoes were larger than it went over the roof of my deck. So we were trellising really crazy that year. You could do 8 strawberries. If you want to do strawberries plants in here, you could do that. Your squash, crook neck squash, straight neck squash, 5 to 6. If you're going to do like zucchini, I would probably do 2 max. I'm going to do some vining zucchini this year, so I'm really excited about trying that in there. I'm going to use the cattle panel like Miss Shelly uses to put those on. You could do onions. You can do 12 to 14 onions in here, so depending on what size you want your onions to be. 8 peppers. So there's a lot of different things that you're going to be able to do with this. If Miss Shelly wants to do some companion planting, because she knows that kohlrabi has certain kind of bugs, and she wants to throw a marigold in all of these, she can go back and open a hole here, and add her companion planting and her tomatoes. She can plant her tomatoes and then still add her basil, her marigolds. You want to do a lot of companion planting to keep your pest pressure down. So that's still something that she can still add to these containers, and they will still do great. And she is watering them containers.
Yes. Got one more to do.
One more to do. Oh, I knelt down in a little water patch. That's okay. It's all part of being a gardener. All right, while you're doing that, I will get the containers together, get all the tools together.
Yeah, we got to get that lime and take it inside.
Take it inside, yep. And you saw how quick it started working. All right, that one's hot water coming out on this side.
Okay, so you on this side.
All right, she's got it watered in.
Yeah,
Woo,
yeah.
woo, woo. Woo! This was some work. Some work.
I'm so glad that you came to
Absolutely.
help me.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video. I'll probably do another little video when we go get our food, and so that way we can culminate the video with, you know, her partial pay. How's your food, Jacqueline?
Don't be
Let's
telling. Don't be
get
telling.
to it.
Don't tell the girls.
Don't tell what girls?
Don't tell Rashida.
Oh,
Don't
I am about to
Don't
send this
tell
to them.
Cece. Don't tell Miss Lisa.
You already texted them your order. I mean, what?
That was a mistake.